Hey, welcome to Squarebody Stuff. I'm Chad, and we've got Buddy still yet in the shop. It's kind of a part 3 of getting the heater and defroster and all that stuff working. 2 videos ago, I replaced the heater core in them. Then the last video, I replaced the fan motor because we had issues with it. And this video, we're going to diagnose and figure out what's going on with the heater controls because it doesn't go to defrost or heater. There's something wrong with the vacuum switch on there. So we'll check that out. I think I've got a good idea what's going on. I've got some spare parts or a spare control unit out of another truck. So we could test it out, see what's going on with it, and then I'll show you how to change it out if we find out what's wrong. But before we dive into it, I want to ask you to please give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below. Give some comments. Let us know what you think of what's going on this channel. And in the description below, there's a link to my Teespring store where you can check out my merchandise. We got t-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, and maybe a few other things. I don't know. But you go check that out. That helps the channel out, help fund some of these projects I got going on. So check that out, and we'll get back to wrenching. Alright, now I've already been kind of messing around with it and got it disconnected from the controls that's in the truck itself, and I've got it hooked up to the spare controls I'm actually going to replace it with. What the deal was is when you turn it to heat or defrost, it didn't change anything with the dampers. It kind of did nothing. I couldn't get any heat to my defrosters, or any air to my defrosters. The blend door wasn't working. What I did is on the back of your controls, you have this vacuum switch, which when you move your selector, you can see it turns the dial right here to select the different vacuum pods that open and close your blend doors and dampers and everything else. So what I did, because this has been not working for several years, what I did was found the vacuum line coming from the engine, and I took this little piece of Tygon, just like fuel line for a weed eater or something like that, and I plugged it into there. Trying to do this one-handed. I plugged it into the vacuum source, and then I would just manually move it to wherever I wanted. If I wanted defrost, I'd move it to wherever the defrost port was, and if I wanted heat, I'd move it to where I'd have heat going to the floor. And that's just the way I've dealt with it for, shoot, I don't know how long, at least 10 years. So this spring my heater core went out. I just bypassed the heater hoses, blocked it off on the intake and at the radiator, so I didn't have anything this winter or this summer, spring and summer, because I don't have air conditioning in the truck. It's an air conditioning cab, but none of it's hooked up, so I just didn't worry about it. But now it's getting to be fall, and I've been driving the truck more lately since my youngest boy's got cream puff, my 79 short bed that I normally daily drive. Buddy's become my daily driver, which, just to kind of back up a little bit, for those of you that don't know, this is an 84 K30 crew cab with a 454, a 4-speed. So the controls that we're messing with, I kind of did a little bit of research, and from the best I could figure, or what I found, is these are the same controls from, I think, 83, possibly 84, all the way up till 91, whenever they quit making square bodies with the Blazers, Suburbans and stuff, not the trucks. They quit making the trucks in 87. But the controls that I've got to replace those with are actually out of an 87, I believe. No, they might be out of the 87. I don't remember for sure. Because I actually pulled two controls out of two different trucks. One of them had the switch broke off for the fan speed. But so anyways, now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you kind of how stuff works underneath there, and then we'll get into how we're actually going to change that out. Alright, so when it's off, of course this controller, the only thing it's controlling is the vacuum, the heat, and fan speed is still controlled by this one. So what happens whenever you turn it on to max AC, as you can see that door opening. Let's try that again, see if I get a better, get my light down here where you might be able to see it. Okay, turn to max AC, that door opens and closes that flap too, that blend door. It also opens the vent on the side of the kick panel for max AC. That way it actually draws the air from the cab back through there and recirculates it to actually cool the air that's already in the cab. And that's for max AC. Normal, I believe all normal does is it closes that door over there on the kick panel. You still have hot regular AC. Then bi-level, the light's not cooperating. Bi-level, it closes those a little bit. That way you get a little bit of your airflow down to your floor. Then vent is the same as normal air conditioning, but there's no cooling effect. There's nothing, your air compressor's not on, or your AC compressor's not on. Then you turn to heat, it closes that door all the way and directs the air down to your floor, because there's a pod right back in there. If I can get a light. But there's a pod right here. See that yellow vacuum line going to it? There's a flap right here. You can see the pivot point. There's a flap that goes, when it's down, it's directing the air up to your vents on your dash for your defroster. And then when you return it to heat, which is where it's at now, that flap moves up, that vacuum diaphragm releases, and that flap moves up and directs your air down to your floor vent. And if you turn on defrost, vacuum is applied to that pod and it sucks that flap down to direct the air up to your vents on your dash for defrost. So that's how all that works. That's the issue I'm having with my controls. So as far as the heat and cold, that works fine. The blower works fine now because I fixed that in the previous video. So all I got left to do is take this dash bezel out, take the old controls out, put the new ones in, and hopefully we should have everything working about like it's supposed to. I don't have any vents for my AC vents on my dash, but I'm not worried about that. So let's get to it. Okay, first thing you'll need to do is take this cover underneath your steering column off. You'll have 4 screws. Of course, Buddy only has 2. He doesn't have all the screws he's supposed to have in his bezel. That was go there. Then you just go through and take all the screws out of the perimeter of your yeah, less screws than what I thought he did. And also my gauges are attached to the bezel, so I'm not going to be able to get it completely out of the way like you normally would, but that's alright. We will get by with it. Alright, next thing we need to do is take out these 4 screws here. Okay, and here we got our switch for speed control. I'm going to set you down for a minute and get this one off because it's got a deal on each side. I'm going to have 2 hands to get it off of there. Okay, I've got it off. And next will be your selector for your controls, for your AC stuff. And then you also have your light that's plugged in, and I don't think my light works, so I'm going to have to replace the bulb over in here. And the only other thing we got is underneath you got the cable, which has got a little spring clip you've got to pry off of there. Let's see if I can set the phone there. It could be a pain. Can just work it back and forth. And be prepared for it just to break and snap and go everywhere. So if you're too forceful with it, it's liable to break on you. You're also liable to break that tab off too if you get too strong armed with it, because it's only plastic. Just keep walking it back and forth, and there it went, right into the floor. And now that you get the clip out, just don't give you a whole lot of room. I think you got to come from the top side. And it's clipped in from the top. Not sure I can. Not wanting to come off of that peg. There we go. It just slides on there and clips up into here. You just got to pull that little tab over, and it'll release this, release that red deal. It pegs into that tab. So now our controls are free. Installation is reverse of removal. The first thing I'm going to do to reassemble is this cable on the peg, and then try to get it snap back up into place. That was fairly easy. And I gotta take that clip, push that on there. And next will be where'd my vacuum stuff go? There it is. Get it on there. plug it in. Now before I put the clips on, I'm going to verify that it works. Let's plug that in. Plug that guy in. Let's see. Alright, now the fan's working. Actually, apparently my switch on my other panel was bad because I had low, medium low, but medium high was the same as medium low. The two switches in between were the same, so now I've got all 4 speeds on my fan now. Alright, my heater, hot to cold, seems to be working okay. Now I'll start it up. See if my blend doors work. Alright, I got defrost. I got heat to the floor like it's supposed to now. We got vent. Bi-level. Normal. And max. Everything's working like it's supposed to. Well, hopefully that's helped somebody out on if you're having issues with your heater controls or your air conditioning controls. They're a little bit different excuse me, on the older ones, like the 83 or 82 to 73, because they're just put together just a little bit different. So this video is mainly for the 83 or 84 on up, newer. So that's how they work. That's the issues I was having with mine and how I diagnosed it with the. Of course, luckily I had another one. It's not like I had to go buy one to test it. So you could also test it with, which I knew it was bad to begin with, because I could use that hose and select the right deal. So I knew that part wasn't working on these controls. So you can diagnose it with just a piece of hose. Make sure that everything's working right if you want to do it that way. But that's pretty much it for now. I've got all my heater controls working like they're supposed to. I'm going to have heat in the cab this winter. That's going to be nice, and I can select it right here instead of moving my little hose. So I'm happy. I think Buddy will be happy. It's been a long time since I've really spent some time on him to fix some stuff up on him that's been wrong with him for years and years and years. But that's the way it goes sometimes. So I'll end it off here. Until next time, y'all keep your square bodies rolling, and we'll catch you later.